Welcome everyone, this is part 1 of A Beginner's Guide to Chess, and here we're going to be learning about what openings to play and how to play them. So, without further ado, let's dive in. So, what you want to do in the opening, what you want to focus on is this. You want to try to control these 4 squares in the middle. And in those 4 squares, you want to have maybe like a piece right here. Oh, well, that's the Bard's opening. It's very bad. It's the worst opening ever. But it controls this, right? So you're gonna play King's Pawn. This is the most common move. First move in chess for white, and the second most common, or the most common for black. The first move is this. Pawn to e5. And now what you want to do is you want to attack the pawn. Now how do you do that? You move the knight to f3. And then they obviously defend. Black defends their pawn. And now here you have different options. You can move your bishop here. That's called the Italian game. We're gonna focus more into that later in the video. Here, which is the Ruy Lopez, also later in the video. And this. This is a 3 knights opening, and usually it goes into this, the 4 knights game, where there's 4 knights, as this is the name, and you got the 2 pawns in the center. Now, what do you want to play? What can you play? You can move the bishop there, move the bishop there, move the bishop there, move the bishop all the way there. What? Why? You might be wondering, why should you move the bishop? Well, in the opening, when you bring a piece out from its original square and into the middle of the chessboard, which is somewhere here, 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 and here, and everywhere in between, then it's called developing a piece. And you want to develop this bishop to one of these 4 squares. E2 is not so great, so you can play bishop here. Now, this is the 4 knights game Italian variation. We won't go into variations of openings that much in this video because that's just a bit complicated and it takes a lot of time to understand. And yeah. And black can mirror you, or they can play some. I don't know what they can play. They can play this. This is the Guccio piano game, or 4 knights game, as it says, right? So now what do you want to do? Now, what you have to do is develop your dark squared bishop, like this. Now you have this open diagonal for the bishop to go. An open diagonal for the bishop to go. And so the bishop can develop now. So now their opponent, let's say your opponent plays this. It's a good move. Now you play this. It's good. It's a good move. If they play h6, attacking your bishop, do you go here? You don't do that. You do not bring your bishop back. Play this. Now this has an attack on your queen, and this will go on the fork, which forks the king and the rook. By the way, if you don't know what a fork is, it's when one of your pieces attacks two of your opponent's pieces at the same time. So that's like a triple threat there, or double if you don't count the fourth. So they're probably gonna move their queen out of the way. And this is the worst move that black could possibly play because it's a blunder, first of all. And it allows this. This, instead of just a double fork here with the king and the rook, it's a triple fork with the queen there too. King moves. You take the queen and check again. You're probably going to take. You take their knight, and they take back, and now you're up 7 points of material. So, yeah. Now, go back. Going back. Right? You're here. What if your opponent plays this? This is the best move. And you take here. They can't take back with the queen, or else they're just hanging their queen. They take with the pawn. Yeah, and you can move your knight here. Trying to get in over here. Because now you have this little sweet spot right here. Now you can attack the queen, looking to go over here, check the king, and also join the attack on the queen side. So, now, if they play something like this, it's a good move, not a great move. Obviously, you want a castle there. You don't want to do moves like that. Yeah, so this is just a move that does not help your position at all. It prevents you from castling. That's why that's considered a very bad move. So, now, if they play knight to e7, this is the best move. You can take, the take, sack the bishop. Okay, so you might think this is a brilliant move, right? Take. And then suddenly the fork chance is gone. You don't have it anymore. And that's just a blunder because you're just giving up a bishop. And you're down 2 points of victory. So, what you have to do next? Bring your queen into the attack. Pointing at this pawn right here. And now you can do a lot of things. Moving the queen there. Or they can move the rook there. Which then you can just crash in with this. That is just hanging over rook. That's a mistake. Instead of that, instead of capturing f7 with the queen, do it with the bishop. Take the queen. What do you do now? Yeah, take the queen. Back, right? Attack the knight. You trade, and you trade bishops. And now you're in what is called the middle game. So there's 3 phases of chess. First is the opening, which this video is all about. Then there's the middle game, and this is the end game, where there's barely any pieces left. So, let's play some regular king's pawn. Attack with the knight. This. Now we go into the Ruy Lopez. Now, this is a book move. And now we play this. A6. You go back here. You play this. This is called the Morphy defense of the Ruy Lopez opening. And as you see, it's also called a Caro variation. So only square for a bishop to move. And they're probably going to play something like this. 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 Right? And then now the reason they say BF5 is blunder and this is a miss because he takes F5. This is a good bishop. By the way, this is a mistake. You should not do that. Do not do that. You do ND5 instead. Puts pressure on this, getting a tempo, which is like an additional move that they don't want to do. Like your opponent does not want to do. And now we've gone into the king's pawn, the Guccio piano, and now in the Ruy Lopez, the Morphy defense. And now we're going to move on to the Italian game, which is okay. So we start with E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6. And then you play this. This is called the Italian game, as you see on the right. And this is about putting pressure on this F7 pawn right here. And now you could do all sorts of things. If they do this, if you go, yeah, and then if you do play this, go here. This is an inaccuracy because that it's you're looking at this, and if they blunder, this is a blunder. It's a blunder. Any move that they play that does not involve guarding this pawn or moving their queen, king or rook, it is a blunder because if they even go like this, this is possible, right? Now this is saying NXF7, the move that we just played, is a miss. Take the queen. And now it's a good position. We're up 10 points of material. It's a good position for us. It's also the Guccio piano game, by the way. That's how, it converts to Italian. So that's how, it's Italian converts into the Guccio piano game. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Yeah, get out of here.